I went for my therapy today. Just going back to the event that happened and the grounding that I'd actually put in. So we spoke about that. I spoke about how I felt angry but was able to maintain my anger. I think what I'm learning, or I can see it working as a box of tools. It's very difficult to use the tools, but you know you have them. It's the same as when you first learn how to drive a car. You have to keep practicing and practicing in order to do it without having to think too hard, and then you're more aware of the road. It's the same thing. You can do this without, if you practice it and practice it, it's like you'll be able to do it and be able to focus more on why you're doing it and how you're doing it. I don't know. I know there's got to be a way now, which I'm beginning to work out, of how to bring it into hypnotherapy. When I went to my therapy today, I did feel anxious, and I didn't want to feel anxious, and I didn't want to feel anxious talking about the last experience of anxiety I'd had. So I wore a perfume, which was my Coco Mademoiselle, which Richie had bought for me for Mother's Day. So because that meant a lot to me, and I really like the smell of it, and it always brings really good memories to me, So I actually wore that perfume when I went, and as the anxiety started coming whilst I was in the room, I concentrated more on the smell, which then took me back to nicer things, or the smell felt nice feelings, rather than feeling the anxiety whilst I was talking to the therapist about what I'd gone through. I made a few notes for myself by doing a bit of internet work, changing anxiety to excitement, and I suppose when I'm hypnotising somebody, how I would like somebody to do it for me is to be able to put in there, or install in there, that the anxiety that I'm feeling is excitement, because it's the same feeling. It's the same as when you say to children when they go to nursery, you're going to have a lovely day. And if you keep saying that, they do actually say they've had a lovely day when you ask them, how was your day? So I've been trying to put things in for myself, like look at something that makes me smile. There's another bit of grounding that I can do. Have a look at something or a person that's smiling, because you'll find that if you look at somebody who's smiling, inside you do begin to smile, and which I've tried and it has worked. It's the same as if you look at a video of somebody laughing. Even if you're crying, eventually somewhere inside you'll begin to laugh and not know why. Eat something that you like. Yes, it is comfort eating, and when you're going through mental illness, so you can't worry about diet and etc., because some days you just need to comfort eat and treat yourself to that comfort and see it as a treat. For me it was cake, and it didn't matter if I didn't have dinner today. If I fancied cake, I will have cake. If I just fancied chips, I will have chips. But allow yourself that. Allow yourself to eat what you want to eat. Anything that's going to make you happy and feel like comfort food for you, like chips and fish fingers, because we had them when we used to be children on a Friday. And then the other thing is, on the day when you're actually not feeling good, is the day when you have to try harder. Is the day when you have to have that bath and do your hair and wear something that makes you feel special. We can say retail therapy, or it can all end up being too indulging, and that's where I suppose alcohol and drugs come in. But then that's where shopping to make yourself happy comes in. It's an addiction. and I think it's a case of being careful that it doesn't become an addiction, and to have it on those days when you really need it and have it as a treat. And another thing is to have a very good rest. Exercise, they say exercise and pressure, but you may not feel like going to the gym, you may not feel like facing people. Just to go out there and walk. And if you don't want to be in your area, like I didn't, because I didn't want people talking to me, then get in the car or get on the train and drive out. And just driving out and walking on the streets and looking in the shops, you're in your own space. And that's walking therapy. If you can't get yourself out the house, just to walk up and down the stairs, because you've sort of took yourself away from the anxiety part of it, and done something, but something that's good for your health too. So you feel positive about having taken yourself out the anxiety, but at the same time you feel positive that you've done something health-wise positive too. So these were just things which I'd sort of put in myself now. I'm not going to say it's easy, the therapy. It is hard, but it is something, and it doesn't have miracles, but if you put the effort in, then you've got tools. If you learn how to use your tools, you'll become an expert at it. But it's just a lot of time and patience and belief in yourself, and complimenting yourself and knowing that you're achieving something. You are achieving something. It's a different kind of achievement. You know, you're rewarding yourself because you're putting yourself back on the steps up. So I would say.